Hey, welcome to Evolve Core 1. I'm Rebecca, and man, am I so happy to have you joining me in Core today. I promise to make you tap into your core and feel things you've never felt before. You're in good hands because I'm a core specialist. You ready to dig in? Let's get started with our warm-up. Big breath in, arms reach up overhead. I want you to take yourself over to the right, keeping your head right in between your arms, up and over to the left, just to wake up the sides of the body. Now the spine rotates, bends, and flexes, and the core supports all that movement. And we need to be warmed up all over to attack the workout properly. Let's take our arms to the side, rotate right and left. So you're gonna have 3 mods in your workout today. Mod 1 is gonna be the easiest, up to mod 3, which is the most difficult. You can actually go up and down between any mod. This program was designed to allow you to do that and still get an effective workout. Go ahead and take your hands up overhead, bring your palms together, and I want you to push in on your hands, almost giving me that prayer position. So you're gonna twist over to your right, bend your knees, hold it right here, back through center, and over to the left. Keep pushing your hands in towards one another. Just pressing your hands together is gonna really wake up the core. Keep pressing in on those hands. Try to keep your knees facing forward as you go through the whole time. So as you're pressing the hands in, you're gonna really feel the core woken up. So tutorials are gonna be the best way for you to get the moves broken down for you. Go check out Jana and see what's up. You can evolve up or mod down depending on your level. We're gonna have mod 1 right here demonstrated by Marine. If you're working with an injury, if you're new to waking up your core, Marine's gonna be your girl. Let's go ahead and take our hands all the way up on an inhale. I want you guys to roll it down, walk out to a plank position, and just hold it right here for me. If you need to drop down to your knees, that's always an option, and lift them back up, or you can come down to your forearms. I just want you to hold it here for a quick 15 seconds. So modification number 2 is gonna be shown by Stefan right here. So if you're okay with everything that's happening in mod 1 and not quite ready for mod 3, Stefan's gonna be your guide. Walk your hands in towards your feet, roll it all the way up, take a nice deep breath in, inchworms coming up. We're gonna roll down. We're gonna walk out as far as you can go, walk the hands back in, and walk it all the way up. Modification number 3 is Shar. So she's gonna be showing you the most advanced movements. So if you have your balance and you're already in touch with your core, Shar's gonna be your girl. Once you've mastered that mod 3 here, then it's gonna be a great time to start thinking of evolving up into E2. Give me one more right here. Find a nice deep breath in. We're all gonna meet with our arms up overhead. I want you to place your hands on the small of your back with your fingers facing down. So it looks like this. Bring your feet right underneath you. I want you to softly bend your knees. I want you to press your hips forward and arch and look up. Come back through center. Curl the spine, drop the head down. We're gonna do that again, one more time. Arch, press the hips forward, protecting your lower back with your hands, and then curl the spine down. Last time, roll the shoulders down and back. Deep breath in, arms reach up. Now in this set, we're doing 7 exercises followed by a cardio blowout and then repeat it again. Let's go. Our first round of set A is gonna start off with a single leg deadlift YWT arms. It looks like this. Right leg goes back behind us, fire up that leg, take your hands up overhead. We're gonna lower down into that deadlift position. Your arms are out in that Y, pull them back to a W, extend out to a T, and reset, swing down and out. We're gonna stay on this right-hand side for half the time. We're gonna switch over halfway through. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Think about an ironing board opening up. So you're gonna see Shar right here, arms going, Y, pull it back, W, extend out T, drop it down. So you're actually creating the letters with your body. Let's go ahead and switch sides right here. Lift up, carefully lower, left leg goes back behind you. And I'm actually gonna go check out Stefan in mod 2 right here. His foot is not a floppy fish. No fish out of water back here. Just because it's behind you doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? You see his foot is now flexed up, his calf is engaged, his quad is engaged, and now his core. Everything travels up the body. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ballet squat is next. So I want you to turn your toes out, beautiful turnout position. Hands are gonna go up overhead. I want you to lift up. We're gonna lower down for 2, hold for 1, lift for 2, hold for 1. Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So everything's gonna splay out, nice and slow, pause at the bottom, and then lift on the way up. Dancing is such a challenging sport. It gives you so much balance. And hey, what's the hardest part of ballet? Getting the leotard on. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm a dancer and a gymnast myself. I know how hard it is. And this is not an easy move right here. So you're gonna see the knees go out, they go right down over that toe. Inner thigh is gonna lift all the way up. I think I have another dancer on my hands right here.
Yep.
Good. That's why her balance is so on point, and I know after many repetitions of ballet squats, you're gonna feel the same thing. Shake out the legs in 3, 2, 1, coming down for hello planks. So we're gonna come into our nice forearm position. So I want you to come down, one hand in front of the other. We're gonna open up to our right-hand side. Take that right hand up, and we're gonna go for big waves, big hellos. Over here, come on and check me out. Half the time on the right, half the time on the left. Time starts 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Most importantly, what I want you to do is pack that shoulder up. So it's directly over the elbow, and it's super protected. So you're gonna see the back fully engaged. And this top arm is giving me a nice wave. The only thing I want Maureen to change is to take her head in line with her body. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch forearms. She's gonna flex this foot for me, press the inner foot down, and it's gonna fire up. Just like I showed you with Stefan and that deadlift, it starts from the heel and goes all the way up to the head, right? So extending the head, I'm gonna do it one more time. It feels a little awkward, but everything does the first time through. You'll get used to it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Our uptown crunch is coming up. So I want you to lay on your left-hand side so your right side body is up to the ceiling. You're gonna take this left hand out in front of you, place your right hand behind your head. We're gonna bring our upper body, shoulder towards that right hip and lower down. Upper body towards that hip and lower down. Yes? Just a tiny little movement. Again, I'm looking for here, crunch to open, crunch to open. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, begin. Now this is gonna be one of those movements where you're really gonna feel it first, and then you'll see it. With mod 2 right here, now he's dropping and resetting after each rep, whereas mod 3 keeps her legs in the air at all times. Flip and switch sides. That's perfect. This looks great. So what I'm looking for is to see my fingers extended and then crunching in. Pinch it right here. I want 10 more seconds, guys. No stopping right here. Final 3, 2, 1. Nice work right there, guys. So the sneaky bear is coming up. I love this. We're coming on to all fours. Tuck the toes under. Slightly lift the knees. They should be in a hovering position. One little hand lift, one little knee lift. Hand and knee off the floor. So the knees are staying in a hover, and we're just lifting opposite hand and foot at the same time. Time's gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Now, as you lift your hand and your foot, you wanna be able to pause at the top for a full 2 seconds. Now this is gonna be the trickiest part right here. So even just holding the bear position, which is having your knees up off the floor, is challenging in itself. Think about your transverse abdominis. Think about it as the corset of your abs, the actual part that's gonna help you just stay lifted. So lifting those knees up off the ground, which is Maureen's giving me right here, enough that my hands can slide underneath. Everything right here is holding. I can feel it engage. So it engages and then it relaxes. You feel that, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's perfect right there. Keep it up for 3, 2, 1, and we're going into our balancing press. So go ahead and stand it on up. First, I want you to go take your arms into goalpost position and really tighten up those fists so the arms are nice and contracted. What we're gonna do is find our balance on our left leg. We're gonna extend our right leg back behind us to 45 degrees and press, swing it over to the right and press. So every time you tap, your arms press at the same time. Yes, it's gonna require a little bit of coordination, So if you need a tutorial, now's the time to go check it out. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. The further the leg goes back behind you in the range of motion, the more difficult it's going to be. So the arms press on the tap, it presses, and then it presses again, yes. So he's going from directly behind him out to the side. Now I wanna see those elbows in line with your shoulders, good. Switching sides right here, so make sure not to press the arms back behind you and lead with the chest. It's not a Superman. I know we have Superman abs, but we need to keep the elbows in line. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Moving into our rotating Saxon. Arms up overhead, plant the feet, get nice and grounded. We're gonna lift up, over to the right, back through center, and we're gonna add a rotation. So up and over to the left, back through center, and over to the twist. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. No matter where your hand placement is, whether they're on your hips in Egyptian or up overhead, you're going to have shoulders stacked on top of your hips. What I want you to do is separate your rib cage from your hips. So what she's gonna do for me first, ready? Before we go left, you're gonna lift up first, stay low, just the rib cage and over. And now bring it back center and then find the twist. So it's almost like taking a deep breath in, right? We wanna go up and over to the right, back through center, and then find the twist. One more right here. Find that twist over to the left, up and over. Aha, you see that? That's that nice lift right there. In 3, 2, 1, relax. Here's our first blowout. It's gonna be our plank sequence. I need you guys to come down onto your forearms first. Just center, right in front of left. Get the shoulders over the elbows. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, begin. So, planks are gonna be one of the quintessential core exercises. Like in all planks, including the center plank, foot position is important. The wider the feet, the more stability you have. And this is gonna be where you start. You have to have a solid foundation. This plank right here is gonna give you that. Feet together, heels are together, her kneecaps are pulled up, her booty is nice and tight, her lower abs are sucked in, her shoulder blades are spread apart, neck is nice and long, and her gaze is out in front of her. That's beautiful. Let's go open to our right in 3, 2, 1, open to the right hand side. Don't be fooled by how easy this exercise looks. It's not, especially if you want to keep perfect form. Don't just think about it as relying on this shoulder, right? You have this entire side body that's lifting you up. So I want you to think lifted, aha. There's a whole powerful side body that can take you through this movement and make it feel so much easier if you actually pay attention to it. Let's switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Right hand under, open up to that left. Get that left hand all the way up to the ceiling in mod 3. You're gonna see in mod 2 right here, his feet are staggered. So he's on the inside of this top foot, let the inside foot drop, and the outer edge. So ankles are fired up, they're nice and locked, lifting, hip to the floor, chest is open. Final 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job, guys. You deserve a nice break of water. You have 45 seconds. Team, why don't you grab a sip of water, bring it back. Now listen, 6 packs are cool and all, but I think what I can do with my core blows any 6-pack out of the water. This is gonna make your life so much easier. It'll just blow your mind how many things that you do in a day that require so much core balance and strength. For example, how about standing up, shaving your legs in the shower, ladies? You're activating your entire core. So many things you don't even think about. Your body is requiring your core to fire up to do every single thing from the moment you wake up and get out of bed to the minute you go to sleep. Y'all ready? We're back into our second round of set A, starting with our single leg deadlift YWT. Right leg goes back behind you, shoelaces to the floor. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips for me. I want your fingers facing forward. Take your arms in your starting position. We're all gonna go together in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All the way out. Flex that back foot. Arms pull back into that W, extend out into that T, and swing down and out. Now staying here in mod 3 is gonna be the challenge because you're requiring all your weight to be on that standing leg. switch legs. So here's a little trick right here, and I want you to try it at home. Pretend you're on the balance beam. I want you to see the end of that balance beam, whether it be here, whether it be close to you, and I don't want you to take your eyes off of it. That is gonna be your horizon. It's gonna help you stay right there. Final 3, final 2, 1, and recover. Coming into our ballet squat. Nice and comfortable, arms up overhead, lift the heels up off the floor, lower down, 1, 2, hold, lift, lift, hold. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, make it a dance. So we're lowering down, everything goes out, you hold for a pause, and then lift up. You look like a ballet dancer.
Oh, thank you.
Nice and solid. This is good. Have you ever taken ballet?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
You're a basketball player, right?
That's right.
You should, man. I promise it'll make everything better.
I heard of that.
You did, right?
Uh-huh.
You're like, hey, coach, I want to throw us into some ballet
Some
practices. Nice work. Take a deep breath in. You guys have about 10 more seconds right here. Really keep that focus in front of you. The balance beam trick still applies here, keeping that focus straight ahead. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hello planks, starting down on our forearms, get set up in that equal sign with those arms. Stack the feet open to the right, and big wave right here. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Now, it's not a race, although you saw a Castaway. Tom Hanks was definitely waving his arms pretty fast.
Wilson.
Exactly. Wilson, no! But he probably did some hello planks, right? Lots of time to work out when you're on an island by yourself. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Stack those feet, really fire it up, heel to head. Her head's in line with her body. This is beautiful. So you're keeping your head nice and neutral in your spine. You're gonna be able to breathe a lot better, and the actual weight of your head is not gonna be conked forward, so there's no impingement on your throat or on the back of your neck. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Moving right along into our up-down crunch. Go ahead and lay down on your left-hand side. Take your left hand out in front of you, swipe the hair back behind your ears, and just let your fingertips rest on that earlobe. So you're gonna lift your feet up off the floor, and you're gonna bring your upper body towards your hip and crunch it in. Time starts in 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. This is your point of target right here. So if I put my hand on the point of target, spread my fingers out as wide as I can, it should go from about 6 inches to about 3 inches. So we're looking to really contract that muscle, yes? You can see it on every single one of them. Switching sides right here. I want to see your left-hand side. Get there as quickly as possible, no time to waste. So we actually have to get that hand down, really crunching in. I don't need you to grab your love handles right here, yeah? We all got them. We can make it happen. All I want you to do is actually see that it's working. Muscle expands, it lengthens, and it contracts, it shortens. That's 3, that's 2, and that's 1. Okay, the sneaky bear's coming up. Back on all fours, tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the floor, starting with your right hand, left foot, and then switching. Left hand, right foot. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, and begin. If you're starting with mod 1 right here, just lifting the knees, if you can hold it up for a while, go ahead and move on to mod 2 right here. You're gonna see he's lifting one hand at a time. I want you to just bring your feet a little bit closer towards one another and make sure that your knees are pressing out so your knees are directly under your hips. You can walk your feet in a little bit more. That's it right there. A nice flat spine, head's nice and long, so he's not tucking his tailbone under too far, and he's not arching his back. So you don't want to have the arch in the back, and you don't want to have the tuck. You want to have a nice neutral spine. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Our balancing press, let's stand it up, guys. Goalpost arms, soft bend in that left leg. You're gonna press back, tap, swing the leg over, tap again. So the press happens on every single swing of the leg. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, right side first. I don't wanna see any loose fists. It gets sloppy. No sloppy jalopies right here. Tight fists, tight arms. This chick's a rock climber right here. Her upper body is nice and strong. I know it. Look at these guns right here. They're dangerous. They set off metal detectors at the airport. Switch legs right here. Look at Mod 3. It's a swing, so her leg goes up and over. She's gonna go up and over my hand. Look at that. You're using your glute and your lower back. Your core consists of not just the front of your abs, but actually the back side of you too. They have to work simultaneously. 3, 2, 1, and recover. Coming up, the rotating Saxon. Hands up overhead, softly bend your knees, lift up and over to the right, back through center, rotate. 3, 2, 1, to the right, alternate to the left. Here we go. Keeping those arms equidistant. So it's almost as if you're pressing in. You've ever seen those stability balls or the beach balls that you've played around with? You're gonna see Shar pressing in on that ball, but it doesn't really matter where your hands are depending on your mod. Remember in that warm-up when I had you press your hands together, the core activates, everything gets fired up. So pressing in on those hands, he's gonna press the palms out, open those hands up. You can still feel the core fired up. Marine's gonna take her hands onto her hips, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. It's the rib cage that lifts up and over. Last time, baby. Over the left and twist to the left. Rotate it. Bring it back through center. Beautiful. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Moving on to our final blowout of set 8, guys, our plank sequence. We're gonna fire through this a little bit quicker right here. So come down to the forearm plank. I wanna get in with you. Time starts in 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, right from the top, holding right here. So it's gonna be a quick 15 seconds. I want you to stay up on your toes. Start to let your brain go for a little bit. Good work, everyone. This looks fantastic. Get so comfortable that you could sleep here the whole time, yeah? Open up to that right-hand side. Open up. There we go. Fire up those feet. If you were standing on the curb, this is a loose ankle. This is a tight ankle. So I want you to think about that in your plank right now. Switch to the center plank. Squeeze the booty. Open up to the right again. Right side, right side, right side. Yeah. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and switch sides right here. Trading out your hands, open up to the left. Now we're gonna hold it here for about 10 seconds. It's good to know where you're headed, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, we like to know what's going on. You have about 6 more seconds. Pull up from the kneecap. Again, close the chest a little bit. Hips in line, that's great. 3, 2, back to center. Open up to the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up to that left for that last side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. You earned yourself a 45-second break. So please go ahead and grab some water. You guys have 45 seconds to start to cool it down. So I know you're probably not sweating too much right here, but definitely go ahead and grab some water because your body needs it. So the core consists of 29 muscles, everything between the diaphragm at the top and the pelvic floor and girdle at the bottom. So think about everything wrapped around. Get the image of a six-pack out of your head because without a strong front, the back is weak. And without a strong back, the front is weak. Moving into our first round of set B, we're back at it, and we're gonna start off with the hay baler. Take your feet out a little bit wider than hip distance apart, toes face forward. We're gonna squat down, grab that bale of hay, throw it up, and come right back down. Right side, half the time, left side, half the time. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So no matter what mod you're gonna give me here, the intensity needs to be high. In mod 1, Marine's gonna give me a little bit less range of motion, but her intensity is still the same. You guys, amazing work. I need to see you grab it and throw it. Go ahead and switch sides. Let's see it, Shar. All the way down. She gets full range of motion in mod 3, down outside of that left knee, left shin, and all the way up to that top corner. Grab it down and throw it. You can throw something heavier than that. That's more like it. Do it again. See? You can see it in your face, in the breath. You have 5, 4. Come on, Shar. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. We have our bushwhacker coming up. I love this one, man. Feet step together. We're gonna take our hands up and over to the left. We're gonna chop it down to the right and come right back up. Chop it down, come right back up. Mod 3 doesn't put her foot down in between lunges. Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna come down into a lunge. You give me the squat in class 1, you give me the lunge here, but what's actually rotating your upper body and giving you a little bit more range of motion in your abs and your lower back. Now, if you ever come in contact, let's switch sides with a spider web. This is your go-to move. Everything out of the way. Immediately. So just take a note of what's happening here. We're not just working our core, we're actually working our legs at the same time. Relax in 3, 2, 1. Let's come down for our pledge push-up. It's gonna look like this. Feet are back behind you. We're gonna come down for a push-up for 1, 2. We're gonna hold for 1, push up, and tap that opposite shoulder. Down, down, hold, push, hold. Down, down, hold, push, hold. Okay, time starts in 3, 2, 1, lower down. So your push-up can come from a few different areas, either all 4 points in M1, M2, you're gonna also come from your knees, and M3, we're gonna take it up into full push-up plank. But we're asking you to transfer the weight onto one hand. If you need to drop down into mod 1, it's absolutely fine. We're looking on transferring weight, finding the balance in the core, and this is not an exercise where when your hands lift, your hips lift. So you notice that it's impossible to lift your hips while your knees are on the floor. I want you to think about this the same way right here. While her knees are on the floor, her knees are facing the floor. That means her hips are also facing the floor. Don't lift and twist just because your knees are up. You have 3, 2, 1, and relax. Stand it up, guys. We have our front side back balance coming up right here. So you're gonna take your left foot standing, your right foot comes in front, it's gonna come through the middle, extend it out to the side, back through center, not touch the floor, back behind you. So you're hitting front, side, back, together. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So here's one of those tricks that I wanna give you because I love you. If you have trouble finding your balance and the balance beam trick isn't working for you, try this. And I want you guys to all do this with me as well. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and push up. It's gonna immediately take everything in your center of gravity up. Go ahead and switch legs. Is your tongue on the roof of your mouth? It is not. In mod 3, notice how she doesn't touch down right here. She's staying balanced on that right leg. You're gonna see everything lifted and there's no bobble in the balance. It stays totally strong on that standing leg. In 3, last 1, 2, beautiful. Shake it out, coming down to our back for our supine Frankenstein. So we're lowering down onto our back. Our hands are gonna go up overhead. Everything comes up off the floor and we're gonna go lift and lower, lift and lower. Head stays flat on the floor, shoulders stay flat on the floor. Time's gonna start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Now you're gonna see Marine in mod 1 keep her hands and her feet on the floor. That's A-okay. Lifting everything up to that center. You can come up a little higher, yeah? You got this, girl. Come on, breathe through it. Nice. So we're finding that nice extension right over her hip, and then her arm goes directly over her shoulder. So she's not passing that center mark like you're gonna see in M3. She's gonna stay lifted in that hollow position. You feel your entire core engaged, right? I feel her abs engaged right here. It's gonna come from her hip, right, initially, and the lower abs are gonna sink in. Everything's gonna work together. Shoulders working, legs working, hamstrings getting a nice stretch. Final 3, final 2, final 1, and relax. Moving on into our prone snow angel. So lay down on your belly. We're gonna take our hands down by our side, thumbs up. We're gonna lift up into that nice snow angel position. This is the back side. We're gonna open up and scoop it right back together. Open up, scoop it right back together. Stay lifted off the floor. Time starts 3, 2, 1, begin. In mod 3, you're gonna see the widest snow angel she could possibly get. You're looking for that huge, wide arms and legs, then pull it right back together. And every single time you pull it back is an opportunity for you to get even higher. She lifts, and it's a spread out. It's beautiful. Stefan's gonna give me that in mod 2. So he's gonna have a nice lower down, kind of a little break, lift and extend, bring everything back together and lower back down. That release on the lower back is really gonna help while you're learning how to extend from the back side of the body, this entire posterior chain working right here. You have 3, 2, 1, and relax. Standing up for our infinity balance. Come on up, guys. I want you to grab hold of an imaginary balloon, okay? So I want you to have it out in front of you, and I want you to stand solid on that left leg, keeping your right leg out in front of you. Whoa, there we are. Okay, so while you're solid, we're gonna extend our arms into a nice infinity shape right here, pressing into that balloon and never letting it go. So this can't happen. It has to be one balloon, man. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So a balloon could potentially pop, right? If you're squeezing it hard enough, I want it to almost get to that point where it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller so that it can almost pop. It's like that movement that I had you do right at the beginning, where your fingertips and your palms were pressing in. It's the core engaging in. It's that transverse abdominis that I was talking about right from the beginning. Let's switch sides. It's that corset wrapping around. I'm sure you've never worn one. Don't worry about it. I just want you to think about it, right? You've seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, I have.
You know when he tightens up her corset so tight that she can't breathe anymore and she passes out? Well, that's like you actually have an internal one inside of you. I want you to feel it wrapping around and keeping you nice and secure. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We have our blowout, baby. Quick feet and single leg side bound with a hold. So it looks like this. Your quick feet start you off. You're gonna take your arms up overhead. We're gonna jump over, balance, jump over, and balance. Time starts 3, quick feet 2, 1. Let's begin right here. Get it, Marine. Nice and low. I hear lots of loud noise right here. I want you guys to quiet it down for me. Nice and quiet. Can you sink a little lower, hips down. Chest a little higher. Sink your hips a little lower. Chest a little higher. Right bound, 3, 2, 1. Right bound, hold. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Left bound, hold. Hold it. Right bound. Left. Right. Left. Hold it. Ooh, no feet down, no feet down, no feet down. Come on, Stefan. Quick feet, 3, 2, 1, go. Quick feet. Ha. Move it back. Move it forward. Move it back. Hold it. Get a little lower. Get a little lighter. I want to hear light rain, light rain.
Come on, guys.
Light rain. Get a little heavier rain. Thunderstorms. Right bound, 3, 2, 1. Right bound, hold. Stick it. In gymnastics, it doesn't count unless you stick and hold. If you bobble, you lose points. Left bound, hold. Right bound, hold. Hold it right here. When you get to this left side, I don't want you to bobble. 3, 2, 1, jump. Over to the right, hold it. Do not bobble. Over to the left, final. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that, my friends, is it. You guys deserve a break. That's 45 seconds on the clock for you. Please go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it, towel off. Probably not too much sweat today, but hey, we're working from the inside out this time. Just think about it. The more you do, the better you'll get. Do the primal challenges to see for yourself. The more you participate and evolve, the more you'll evolve. How you guys feeling?
Good.
Love it. Up top. Give me some sugar. High five, low five. Yes, up top. Down low. Nice. Get it, Shar. Okay, guys. Second round of set B, starting from the top with our hay baler. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Grab that bale of hay, down nice and low. Throw it up over the shoulder. Down, 3, 2, 1, right hand side. Down, twist. So your core, your internal and external obliques are made for you to twist, to rotate, to bend. They're gonna actually help you get through most of your day. If you're ever driving and you're reaching back behind you, you reach over to grab the cup out of the cupboard. For switching sides right here, you reach over to grab the coffee pot, to pour it all the little things that we don't even think about, it comes from here, it comes from your core. Exhaling every single time. You exhale, the belly sinks in, the core fires up, and then the movement begins. Every movement should begin and end with a breath. Inhale, exhale. That's 3, 2, 1, and relax. Our bushwhackers next. Step your feet back together. So you had your squat right there, one of your primal movements. Another primal movement is your lunge. Go ahead and raise your arm up over your left hand shoulder, chop it down, and you're gonna come back to that balance. Chop it down, back to the balance. In 3, 2, 1, right side first. Here we go. From the moment I feel any cobweb on me, this is my go-to move. Just chop it down, Marine, get it out of the way. Nice. She's gonna give you a little pause right here in M1, right? A little tap of the foot just to check yourself and get right back into it. Let's switch sides right here, guys. Switch sides. So up over the right shoulder and chop it down. His knee is still facing the floor. Get this right knee down to the ground. There we go. So it's not touching, it's just a hover. You're still gonna give me that 90-degree bend, right? The twist in the core. Exhale, inhale up, exhale down. I wanna hear your sword, right? Lightsaber all the way down, get it. Nice, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Our pledge push-up, come on down. Plank position, feet are hip distance apart. You're gonna move your elbows out to 45, hold 1, press, and tap. Down for 2, hold for 1, push for 1, tap for 1. Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's take it nice and low. Push-ups are one of those moves. You might hate them, but you need to learn to love them because they're gonna work your body from head to toe. They are one of the best full body movements that you could possibly do. Beautiful, that's excellent. Think about how much you weigh. You don't need to tell me, keep it a secret. You're using your entire body weight right here to push up. That's asking a lot of your body. Push-ups are not easy, but the only way that they're gonna get easier, and Shar, you're gonna back me up on this, is that the more you do, the easier they get, yes?
Very true.
Exactly. So go give me 100 every day. Just kidding. Okay guys, 3, 2, 1, and recover. We have our front side back balance, so stand it on up. We're gonna go ahead and take that standing leg, left leg down first. Arms reach out to the front. You're not gonna tap that foot down through center. It's gonna come through center, out to the side, not touch the floor, back behind you. So it goes front, side, back, and keeps going. No tapping the foot. In mod 3, 3, 2, 1, right side first. Let's find a pause each direction that we go to, right? So he has nice long arms. The further away your fingers are from your body, the more weight you're gonna have to hold up. So he automatically has a natural challenge. So what I want him to do is keep his shoulders away from his ears, really extend through those fingers. There we go. Switching legs right here, everyone. So you see an M1 right here. Marine's gonna tap her toe out, really extend back behind you. Full extension, give me one more pass right here. Full extension, that foot, tapping it in the center. So that way you're being really specific with your movement. You have 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's come down for supine Frankensteins. Okay, so the way this works is that you're gonna lay down on your back and your hands and feet are gonna be nice and lifted off the floor. So the head is staying down. You're gonna reach your right hand and left leg up, left hand and right leg up. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Good form means having your head in line with your spine. Your head is on the floor, your shoulders are on the floor, natural curve of the spine, and then the hips are on the floor. The lower abs are sucked in, the rib cage is nice and closed. There's so many things to think about. So you're gonna see Marine tapping her feet and hands down on the floor for a release, and then bringing them up to a nice full 90 degrees. Stefan's giving that intermediate. He's actually putting together both M1 and M3, where he's keeping it lifted and then taking a nice lower down in between. Final one right here. You got one more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on, come on. Lift that leg a little higher up to my hand. That's it right there. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, everybody. Okay, we're gonna have our prone snow angel. So flip it over on your belly, lay down. Your hands are gonna come down by your side. Your face is looking down at the floor, so you're not looking out in front of you. Exhale, lift all the way up to that full prone position in Cobra. Open up, squeeze it back. Open up, full extension, squeeze it back. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. The mobility of your shoulders will determine how far you can reach overhead. For those of you with tight shoulders, M1 is a perfect starting point as you pause and rest at each end. If we're always hunched over, this is your natural posture most of the time. What do you feel like when you sit up in the morning? You're hunched over at the bed. Roll the shoulders back, pull the head back in line with the spine, close the rib cage, suck everything in. This is happening right here on the back. A strong backside is automatically going to start to pull everything back behind you. So the entire posterior chain is firing up. She's gonna give me one more, and on this time she's gonna lift as she comes back. And 3, 2, 1, lower down. Good job, everybody. Stand it on up for that infinity balance. And we're gonna start standing on our left-hand side. So the right leg is lifted, and this time instead of grabbing an imaginary balloon, I want you to pretend like it's a medicine ball. It's gonna be heavier, okay? So I need to see that change in your upper body and actually give some weight to your core. Still creating that nice infinity shape. Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go on this right-hand side. So a ball would be nice and small, right? The medicine ball doesn't have to be too small. I'm gonna actually be the ball. I want you to press into my hands, and I'll just follow you around. So you feel that resistance, right? So not only is his core firing up, but his leg is actually his connection to the ground. So you have to find your balance from your ankle up. Go ahead and switch legs. Pressing the big toe of that standing foot into the floor is gonna help you create a nice stable foot. Pressing this big toe into the floor, there it is, so that it comes all the way up from the heel, up the knee, squeeze the glute, tighten up the core, really press those hands together. You have 3, 2, 1, and relax. Here's our blowout. It's our quick feet and single leg side bound with a hold, okay? Getting nice and low, y'all ready?
Yes, we are.
Team, in 3, 2, 1, quick feet, let's go. I want you to think of a nice light rain in springtime. Nice light rain. You can close your eyes. You don't need to see where you're going, you're not moving around. Now I want you to make the noise of a nice thunderstorm. You get a little louder than that. A little louder than that.
Come on, guys.
In 3, 2, over to the right, bound, hold. 3, 2, 1, left, hold. 4, 3, 3.5, 2, over to the right, hold it. Over to the left, hold it. Over to the right, oh, get it. 3, 2, tighten up that foot. Nice, back to quick feet right here, let's go. Quick feet, quick feet. You have 45 seconds, you guys are halfway through. You do not quit on me right here. Power it up. All those primal movements that you were giving me are now coming to life right here. Get lower, chest higher, get lower. Move forward. Move forward, move forward. Move center, move center. Over to the right, 3, 2, 1, over to the right and hold. Over to the left and hold. If you're feeling any sort of instability right here, I need you to plant that foot, lift up nice and high. Over to the right, over to the left, over to the right, over to the left. Hold, 4, 3, 2, quick feet, let's go. 5, come on, everybody, 4, everybody, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Nice job, you guys. Please high five yourself if you don't have anyone around to give you a high five, because they never go out of style. Congratulations, you made it through the standard version of Core 1. Amazing work. You can reduce the stiffness and soreness with a good cool down. So after you get hydrated, take a sip of water, come join me back in your mat for a cool down. Now, it's gonna be a lot of things that you might have seen in yoga. If you've never done yoga before, it's warming up the core so the body can be nice and limber. A lot of it's gonna take place on the floor. Inhale the arms up, lower all the way down, walk your hands out. I want you to drop down to your knees, find a nice all fours position. You're gonna reach your hand and leg out, pull it right back in, trail your left hand and right leg out, pull it back in. This time I want you to take your right hand, thread the needle under your left, press it down, let the temple of your head come to the floor, If you can lift your left hand up, go for it. Otherwise, just use it on the floor to hold yourself up. Come back through to center, and left hand, it's just gonna slide under. And a lot of times, this is just gonna be good enough for you right here. Just putting your head down on the floor is actually gonna give you a resting place. If you took that right hand up to the sky before, do it again. We're getting a shoulder stretch right here. You did a lot of push-ups today, a lot of plank stuff. You gotta get the shoulders nice and stretched out. Back through center, slide your knees back behind you about 6 inches. Put your toes together, let your knees go out and sit back into child's pose right here. So your legs are a little bit wider now. Your fingertips are on the floor, your forearms are off the ground, and now your chest is right between the middle. Pull yourself forward so you're laying down on your belly. Take your hands directly underneath your shoulders, and we're gonna press up into Cobra. So if you wanna stop in mini Cobra right here, keeping your hands flat on the floor, you can bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. This is a nice comfortable position for you, stay here. Otherwise, hands under your shoulders and press all the way up. Shoelaces on the ground. Drop your head over, down and to the right, over, down and to the left, back through the center, lower all the way down right here. Reach your hands off to the side, and we're just gonna go ahead and lift up, left leg, over through center, right leg up and over. We're gonna do that one more time, either side. Last time right here, left leg up and over, back through center, right leg up and over. Meet me in center right here. Pull your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, pull up to all fours, walk your hands in, lift your knees up, begin your journey all the way up to a full stand. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down to heart center, and give yourself a round of applause. Bring it in, team. Hey, I'm Rebecca, this is my team, and thanks for joining us in Evolve. Bring it in, guys. Nice work. You guys are awesome.